Police are investigating a shooting that happened late this morning. 33-year-old Clayton Perry was shot in the chest. Starting next month, small cigarette lighters will be allowed back on airplanes. The investigation is now closed on the basis that Glisson did not willfully shoot Walker. We'll have more on this developing story. Christine Burnside went to the doctor's office several months ago with a slight pain and stiffness in her arm. She expected the diagnosis to be arthritis. Instead, she learned she had breast cancer. This is a story for women. We're about to show you a machine that promises a pain-free mammogram with no pressure or compression. All you have to do is just add water. Fox's Lila Lazarus explains. I wonder if the elephant really knows what he's saying now.
That's a good question.
It is.
Maybe he'll have a future as a news anchor one day, huh?
He's going to take your job, Roselle.
The elephant, yeah.
Subsoil moisture is crucial to farming. There is no water in the ground here at Bowden's farm, and when you grab the soil, it should actually be sticking together, but as you can see, there is no moisture at all. What we're going to do is place this unloaded simulated gun into a hidden place here in the classroom. We're putting it in this chair. We want to know what the kids do when they actually find it. Before the library can move ahead with their improvement plans, they need to get that budget approved. But there's a lot of controversy around the decision because people have different ideas about how they want to see the land used. If you're a newcomer to the gym, sometimes these machines can be intimidating. This, for instance, is the dual cable cross. Now, thanks to Pod Fitness, I have celebrity trainers from across the country telling me exactly how to do this exercise. Thanks for joining us. Back in December, Professor Thomas Peaty was suspended with pay after a grade scandal in Auburn University's sociology department. Auburn stopped paying him at the end of the spring semester. Fox 54's Brock Parker gives us an update in tonight's top story. All right, Fox 54's Brock Parker live in our East Alabama newsroom. Thanks, Brock. Tonight, the Muskogee County School Board officially approves its budget for 2008. That story tops our Education Watch. The Muskogee County School District is also receiving recognition for keeping its schools safe. The Georgia Emergency Management Agency presented the district with a certificate for implementing an improved school safety plan. That plan includes provisions for acts of violence and terrorism, chemical spills, and severe weather. Speaking of severe weather, it looked like it was going to storm out there tonight. Let's check in now with Kurt Schmitz, who is standing by in the Triple Doppler 9 Weather Center. Hey, thanks, Kurt. Members of the Muskogee County Sheriff's Department are in mourning tonight as investigators search for the person who killed one of their deputies. Meredith Rhodes was shot and killed early Sunday morning while off duty. Fox 54's Priya Ajala talks with those who knew him. Columbus police are working the case, but investigators have not released the names of any suspects. Rhodes leaves behind a wife and a child. Police are still searching for a hit-and-run driver who killed a Columbus teenager Saturday night. Police say Matthew Swader was walking along the eastbound side of U.S. Highway 80 when he was hit. He died at the scene. Today, a cross marks the place where Swader was killed. He was a 2006 graduate of Northside High School. His guidance counselor remembers him as a hard worker. This morning's commute turned into quite a mess after a big rig overturned on the northbound ramp of Victory Drive. The driver was pinned inside for almost 30 minutes. He was flown by helicopter to the medical center with non-life-threatening injuries. A weekend drowning is bringing new attention to swimmer safety. A 31-year-old Eufaula woman drowned at a state park in Lee County over the weekend. Kashina Tyson drowned Saturday night in this lake at Chewalka State Park. Police say alcohol was not involved, so it appears a cramp or fatigue caused her to go under. If you're ever in a situation like this, lifeguard and swim coach Wes Cowan says stay calm. A new breed of firefighters will soon be battling blazes and saving lives. Columbus introduced 17 new public servants at a graduation ceremony for EMT firefighters today. These cadets are the first graduating class to receive the dual certification. Fire officials say they're still short 14 fire medics, but these graduates will eventually fill that gap. Fox 54 is just getting started, so please stay with us. Coming up, Aflac's most famous face is getting ready for a fast trip around the track. That story is up next.
I don't like to think about all the possibilities because, you can run the entire gamut and none of them are good in my mind.
Robert Hornbeck's 3rd Brigade unit is holding out hope that he is still alive. The 23-year-old was last seen the night before Easter partying in Savannah with another Fort Benning soldier late into the night.
Everybody was a little intoxicated, so no one really knows exactly for sure what's happened. And then there's a phone call that kind of adds a little bit more mystery to the whole situation.
At around 3 a.m., the two soldiers called Hornbeck's father on his cell phone to pick them up from this hotel. When Eric Hornbeck got there, he found the friend, but there was no sign of his son.
He's not the kind of person to just run off. He was very close to getting out in the military. He's supposed to be clearing, actually, right now.
Hornbeck's commander doesn't believe post-traumatic stress syndrome sent him running, but he's not ruling out the demands of real life.
Was he in a stressful place in his life? Yes, he was. He was about to get out of the military at the end of the month. He was about to go back to the University of Michigan. In July, he was scheduled to be married. I mean, those are very stressful, life-changing events that can contribute to, his disappearance or the desire not to be seen right now.
The soldiers in his platoon just want to see his safe return.
I hope that there's some miraculous set of events that means that he's not in trouble, he's not hurt, and he comes back. I mean, I miss my friend.
Hurricane Katrina left her mark on Hattiesburg, Mississippi. After the storm, this is what we found on the main road leading into the city. Uprooted trees, down power lines, and take a look at this gas station, practically turned upside down. But the debris wasn't the only thing we found displaced.
We don't have no water, no food, no nothing. You know what I mean?
What is this like for you? Tell me what you're experiencing.
I feel like I'm lost.
I'm dying. I don't know what's going on. I can't find my daughter. She's in Chalmette. My mom just found out she lost the entire house. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. And when we do get home, where do we go? What do we do?
These Louisiana evacuees are not the only ones wondering what will become of their homes. Many locals will soon leave shelters and return to homes they won't even recognize. With the entire city of Hattiesburg out of power, hundreds of people are waiting in line for dry ice. And I understand you've been waiting quite a while. How long have you been waiting?
Probably over an hour.
Tell me what you're going to use your dry ice for.
Trying to keep what we've got from spoiling and so we have something to eat through the weekend.
A look at the main roads here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi makes it look as though things are getting back to normal. Of course, they are far from normal, but at least people are back on the roads. They're able to get out, survey the damage, and see exactly what Hurricane Katrina did to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Of course, it will be weeks, even months, before this town gets back to normal.